past that number. The players have almost unanimously authorized the WNBPA Executive Committee to strike if it sees fit, and sources said there is a sense that a player picket line, oh my God, could be the next move. Possibly as soon as next week at the site of the NBA All-Star Game in Los Angeles. You can't make this shit up.
Listen to me and listen closely, because the WNBA Players Association has just pulled the pin on a grenade and they are threatening to throw it right into the middle of the NBA All-Star Game. We are looking at a situation that has escalated from a contract dispute into a full-blown ideological war, and if the reports are true, we are about to witness one of the most catastrophic public relations disasters in the history of professional sports. The news breaking right now is that the WNBA players are planning to form a picket line outside the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles next week, hijacking the NBA's biggest celebration to stage a protest that nobody asked for. This is the nuclear option. They are not just threatening to strike their own league, they are threatening to disrupt the NBA, the very league that has subsidized their existence for 30 years. It is a level of entitlement and strategic blindness that is almost impossible to comprehend, but when you peel back the layers of what is happening behind the scenes, it all makes terrifying sense.
Players came on the court during their All-Star weekend wearing the Pay Us What You Owe Us shirts. It was maybe the biggest video on this channel all of last year, and not in a good way. Not in a good way. Fans absolutely obliterated the players, and they thought it was a terrible look, and it just became...
The context here is critical. The WNBA owners recently submitted a proposal that included massive salary increases, charter flights, and improved benefits. They offered the players virtually everything they asked for, except for one specific thing, a 30% cut of the gross revenue. And because they didn't get that one thing, the union leadership has decided to burn the house down. The report confirms that the players have almost unanimously authorized a strike, and their target is the NBA All-Star Weekend. Why? Because they know the world will be watching. They are taking a page out of the 1964 NBA strike playbook, literally posting videos comparing their struggle to Bill Russell and the Celtics fighting for basic rights like pensions and medical care. But here is the reality check that the union refuses to acknowledge. In 1964, NBA players were washing their own uniforms and sleeping in cheap motels. In 2026, WNBA players are flying private and being offered million-dollar contracts. The comparison is not just insulting, it is delusional. But Nneka Ogwumike and the union leadership are so deep in their echo chamber that they actually believe the public will side with them when they try to ruin the NBA's party.
That's obviously quite relevant to today because the WNBA players are weighing a strike as CBA talks have stalled. The NBA All-Star Game is next weekend in Los Angeles. In the video, the host notes, quote, as the WNBPA approaches what could be its first ever strike, the lesson from 1964 is clear. If the moment is right and the world is...
Let's talk about the psychology of this move, because the host of the source video hits the nail on the head. This isn't about business anymore. This is about ideology. There is a segment of the WNBA player base that fundamentally hates the concept of billionaire. They believe that simply because the owners have money, that money should be redistributed to them, regardless of whether the league is actually profitable. They don't care about the math. They don't care about the fact that the NBA owners have lost money on the WNBA for decades. They see themselves as victims of capitalism, and they view this strike not as a negotiation tactic, but as a moral crusade. That is why they are willing to embarrass themselves on a global stage. They think that by standing outside the Intuit Dome with picket signs, they are fighting for justice. But what they are actually doing is alienating the very fans they need to survive. Remember the Pay Us What You Owe Us shirts? Remember how badly that backfired? Fans looked at that and said, we don't owe you anything. You have to earn it. This picket line at the All-Star Game is going to be that moment on steroids. Imagine the optics. You have NBA superstars like Luka Doncic and Anthony Edwards walking into the arena. guys who generate billions of dollars in revenue, and they have to walk past a line of WNBA players screaming that they aren't getting paid enough. It is going to look petty. It is going to look ungrateful, and it is going to force the NBA fans who might have been sympathetic to the WNBA to choose a side. And guess what? They are going to choose the NBA. They are going to choose the product they actually pay to watch. The WNBA players are betting that the NBA stars will join them in solidarity. But that is a massive gamble. The NBA players have their own money to worry about. They have their own brands. Do they really want to get dragged into a messy labor dispute that has nothing to do with them?
Let's not get confused. All of this mess is because so many of these players, deep into their souls, hate billionaires and believes that they should just keep getting subsidized by NBA owners and WNBA owners, which are mostly one and the same. But because you're billionaires, just pay us. Just cause. No, we don't care about the...
And where is Caitlin Clark in all of this? That is the question nobody is asking, but everyone is thinking. Caitlin Clark is the only reason the WNBA has any leverage at all right now. Her popularity is the reason the TV deal is so big. Her jersey sales are the reason the revenue is up if the players go on strike and cancel the season, or if they embarrass the league at the All-Star game. They are hurting Caitlin Clark more than anyone else. They are taking away her platform. They are stalling her momentum. And you have to wonder if the old guard of the union knows this. You have to wonder if part of this strategy is to sabotage the new era of the WNBA. Because they are jealous that the spotlight has shifted. It sounds conspiratorial, but look at the actions. They are rejecting a deal that would make them all rich, just to fight over a revenue-sharing percentage that might not even materialize. It feels personal. It feels like they would rather rule over the ashes of a destroyed league than serve in a kingdom built by Caitlin Clark. The financial reality is also being completely ignored by the union. The report states that the league offered a 15% revenue share, but the union wants 30% of the gross. That means they want a cut of the money before the expenses are paid. That is economic suicide for the owners. No business operates like that. If you pay out 30% of the top line, and then you have to pay for arenas, staff, marketing, and insurance, you are bankrupt in a year. The owners know this. That is why they are holding strong. They literally cannot agree to the union's demands without destroying the business model of the league. So we have an immovable object meeting an unstoppable force of delusion. The owners can't cave, and the players won't cave. And the result is going to be a picket line in Los Angeles that will go down in history as the moment the WNBA lost the plot. The host also mentions that there are enough Natasha Clouds in the league to run it into the ground. This refers to the highly vocal, politically active players who prioritize activism over business. These are the players driving this bus. They are the ones pushing for the strike, and they are the ones who are going to lead the league off a cliff. The silent majority of players, the ones who just want to play basketball and get paid, are being dragged along for the ride. You have to feel for them. Imagine being a rookie or a role player, looking at $1 million salary potential and being told by your union president that you have to go picket an NBA game instead of signing the contract. It is madness, but it is the reality of the WNBA. So get your popcorn ready for next weekend. The NBA All-Star Game is usually a boring dunk contest and a game with no defense. But this year, the real action is going to be outside the arena. We are going to see the collision of entitlement and reality. We are going to see the WNBA players try to hold the NBA hostage, and we are going to see the backlash in real time. If they go through with this, if they actually picket the All-Star Game, they might get the attention they crave, but it won't be the kind of attention that sells tickets. It will be the kind of attention that makes people change the channel. The WNBA is playing a dangerous game, and they are about to find out that when you bite the hand that feeds you, sometimes the hand stops feeding you. The clock is ticking, the picket signs are being painted, and the disaster is scheduled for Sunday night in Los Angeles. Don't look away, because you are about to witness the biggest fumble in sports history.